Hey, this is Dwayne,
And Gerrick.
and this is episode 45 of Trading with G. This episode is called Separating the Wheat from the Chaff. Separating the wheat from the chaff. First of all, Jared, do you know what wheat is used for?
Brian.
It's used to make bread, right? So I want you to keep that in mind as this episode evolves. And we're going to go ahead. I wanted you to read a Bible verse to start with. All right. So go ahead and read. This is Matthew 3:11 through 12.
All right. I indeed baptize you with water unto repentance. But he that cometh after me is mightier than I, whose shoes is I am not worthy to bear. He shall baptize you with the Holy Ghost and with fire, whose fan is in his hand, and he will thoroughly purge his floor and gather his wheat into the garner. But he will burn up the chaff with unquenchable fire.
Unquenchable fire. And of course, this is John the Baptist speaking about who?
Jesus,
About,
the Messiah, or the Lord.
yep, you are 100% correct. Now, traditionally, most people would tell you separating the wheat from the chaff is separating the good from the bad. But I don't necessarily look at it that way. I'm going to throw kind of a spin on this. And the spin I'm going to throw on this is this. I look at it more as separating what's useful from what's no longer useful. You see, the chaff, it serves a huge purpose. It's actually very useful. Why? What does the chaff do? Well, let's take a look at the definition of the word chaff. Read to me what the chaff is right here.
The dry protective outer coverings of seeds and grain.
The dry, protective outer covering of seeds and grain. Protective.
Which means it's protecting the wheat.
Correct. The purpose the chaff serves is to protect the wheat while it matures until it's ready for harvest, right? Until it's ready to be separated. The chaff actually provides protection. It's very useful to the wheat. Without the chaff, the wheat would be exposed. It wouldn't have that protection to be able to mature. You understand? So when we're separating the wheat from the chaff, we're not just separating the good from the bad, we're separating what's useful from what's no longer useful in that particular purpose. In fact, if you go on and read what chaff is good for after you separate it, it's actually good for livestock to be able to feed livestock and amongst other things. So the chaff, once it's done serving its purpose to protect the wheat, now we're separating what's useful from what's no longer useful for that particular purpose, right? Well, in the market right now, there's an opportunity like no other. Why? Because the market is absolutely hammering down. It's pounding down. Do you know why that is?
Because the oil stops.
Because the price of oil is shooting way up. And why is the price of oil shooting way up?
Because the Strait of Hormuz, the Iran went to the other part of instead of the Hormuz, Strait of Hormuz, and they're trying to get people out of the Red Sea. And now people are going through that Strait of Hormuz to get all that oil.
They're attacking ships in the Strait of Hormuz. They're attacking ships on the other side in the Red Sea now, and it's just making oil skyrocket. Well, what's that doing to stocks? When oil goes up, everything goes up. Why? Because we need oil. We need oil to ship products, right? We got to ship products to the store. We got to ship products to their destination. And so when oil goes up, it causes the price of everything to go up, everything to rise. And so right now, we have an opportunity unlike any other because food processing companies, hence what's wheat good for?
Bread.
It makes bread, right?
Like a good company of bread is Sara Lee, one of those breads.
Sara Lee. There's also Wonder Bread, right? So food processing companies are at multi-year, I mean, decade lows, even multi-decade lows, some of these food processing companies. And a lot of them pay a really good dividend. So we have an opportunity, unlike anything else, we have an opportunity to collect the dividend and get paid along the way, and at the same time be able to get the increase in value of the stock itself, of the asset, right? Which is the food processing company. And so we're separating the wheat from the chaff. But that being said, we also want to protect ourselves, right? We want the chaff to provide protection. So we're going to have to get a stock that serves as a chaff while we're waiting for the food processing companies to go up, or the food processing company that we choose, I should say, to go up. So are you ready to go trade and look at stocks and separate the wheat from the chaff and see where we want to move our money? And by the way, for those of you guys who left off with us last episode,
we had Virgin Galactic that's went up. We gathered tons of money from that.
We had Virgin Galactic skyrocket. Gerrick right now is sitting on an absolute pile of cash. And right now is a great time to buy. And so I'm looking forward to getting us back into the market and making these buys. Now, before we get going, we should remind them to do two things. What should we remind them to do?
Smash that like button.
And subscribe to our channel. And if you'll do us one other favor and share us out with people, we would greatly appreciate it. You know, we're still looking to get the exposure we need and find the audience that we need to find. You know, we don't have a huge following at this point in time. So if you'll do us one extra step and share us with people, we would greatly appreciate that, right? So smash that like button and subscribe to our channel and tell somebody about us. Well, Gerrick, are we ready to go trade?
Yes.
Let's go trade. Let's go separate the wheat from the chaff. So if this is your first time joining us, what we did was we set Gerrick up with $100, and then he gets $10 a week added to his account for doing your what?
Chores.
For doing his chores. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot of money, I realize. Starting out with $100, adding $10 a week, doesn't sound like a lot, but it adds up very quickly, especially when you're moving it through the market.
So, and it helps when you start with 5 stocks, because if you have $100, then you would take 10% of that and put it into 5 stocks.
Yep. But we'll get to that here in a second. But let's go ahead and let them know. Gerrick trades on CashApp. We also use SoFi as well, but we're not going to use SoFi today. We use CashApp for the majority of our trades for him because CashApp is so user-friendly. We use SoFi for those stocks that may not be on CashApp, but today we're going to use CashApp. So if you're in the United States, guess what? You can trade along with us if you choose using CashApp. It's that simple. If you're outside the US, all you have to do is just do a quick Google search on a broker in your area, in your country, I should say, on a broker in your country that you can use to trade stocks. Their setup may be a little different than ours, but they're all pretty easy to navigate for the most part. We're just buying and selling stocks. So I'm going to let Gerrick tell you how we get to the screen where we actually trade stocks. Here you go, Gerrick. Go ahead and tell them.
So first, here's what you want to do. You start out on this green screen, okay? And in the left bottom corner, when you do start out, it will show you if you have money. And if someone gave you money and you have some money, it'll show some money, your money amount right there. But also, if you have a bank or a
House. So kind of it's a bank.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a house looking bank. If you don't have any money in there, you'll have a bank or house looking
yeah,
icon in the lower left hand corner.
and so you want to press that and you get to this screen.
And you can see how much cash
Yep.
Gerrick's sitting on right now. We're going to put that money to use, right?
Yep, and all your stuff here. But you want to go to stocks.
And you also have 500 bucks in stocks right now as well. 565.
But if you're a starter in stocks, then your screen should look kind of like this.
Yep. Until you buy your first stock. So
It's like your first 5 stocks that you want to start out with. That it'll show stocks, okay?
so your first stock, whenever you're ready to buy your first stock, you're just going to
Like-
search for it, right?
Like Ford.
Ford. Okay.
All you have to do is press buy, how much money you want, like let's say you're a starter and you start out with $100, put 10, then press next, and you do all of that, and you buy that. And this is what your screen should look like.
Okay. So you're going to buy your first stock, and then after you buy your first stock, your screen's going to look much like ours, right? You're going to see your chart and you're going to see your list of stocks, right?
Yes.
Now, if you're new, we've got to tell you our strategy. So you know what strategy we used to what we employed.
Like we go up, down, up, lower than that first start down.
You're getting way ahead. We're actually what we're telling them is you just told them beforehand. We took whatever dollar amount you're starting with. We took 9% and we put that in each of the first 5 stocks, right? So if you're starting out with $100, 9% is $9. You put $9 in each of the first 5 stocks if you want to follow along with what we're doing, $9 in each one. If your starting balance was $1,000, 9% would be $90. And so forth and so on, right?
Also, some of our stocks that we recently bought was the Campbell's company, and that's probably about the ones that we bought. And probably Boeing. I might have forgot, but it might have also been Boeing.
And also Globant. I think that's a fairly new one as well.
Yeah.
But
we put it in our Facebook account that's Trading with G.
Yes.
Yeah, we put like stuff when like that's not on videos, and we buy stuff and it looks different. We put it on Facebook and we tell you what we've done.
That's a good point. We should tell you that as well. So if you're following along with us, any moves that we make between episodes, we have a Facebook group called Trading with G. And we post all the moves that we make in between episodes. We post there. Any buys, any sells that we have, any moves we make in between episodes, we post in Trading with G. And there is a link in the description of this video to where you can join our Facebook group. But that being said, I want to get back to our strategy. So we took 9% and we put that in each of the first 5 stocks. After that, any additional stocks, we took 9% of our available balance. Your available balance is cash. It's money that you have that's not invested in stocks. So right now, our available balance is $1,029. But whatever we had left, we took 9% of our available balance outside the first 5, and we put it in the next one. And then we would have a new available balance, and we would take 9% of that, and we would put it in the next one. And now we have a new available balance, 9% of that, and we put it in the next one, and so forth and so on. Now, there's another reason that this episode is called Separating the Wheat from the Chaff. Because while we did very, very well here recently with Virgin Galactic, and we took a good burst up, we also had a few stocks that didn't serve us very well. We ended up losing on some, right? And so we're going to take and we're going to go make up for those stocks that we lost money on. And I actually had wrote them all down. Okay.
All right.
There's 3 of them. There's 3 stocks. And here's where they're at. This is the ones that we have that we lost on so far.
All right.
The first one is Laser, Lazr.
Yep.
And we lost how much in that one?
$175.
$175.
And then Maxian Solar
Maxian Solar.
Technologies.
Yep.
We lost $184.
We're down 184 on it.
And then UCAR, we lost $156 in them.
So we're down 156. And I shouldn't say lost because the stocks are still trading. I mean,
UCAR has usually it's been off the stock market.
UCAR is the one stock that I think could recover.
Yeah.
I don't really believe that Maxian, I'm not sure Maxian can recover. Laser, it's just completely, it went out of business. They went bankrupt. So we've got to make up for Laser as well, right? But there's those 3 stocks. Now I'm going to tell you how we're going to make up for those. You don't know how we're going to make up for them?
We're going to buy some bread companies.
Exactly. But we're going to put 2 times. We're going to make a little bit bigger risk. We're going to buy a lot more stock. We're going to buy
oil stock.
We're saving a little bit for oil. We'll talk about that towards the end.
Okay.
I know Gerrick, he's been chomping at the bit. He's like, Dad, when can we jump in oil? It's been surging up. And I said, well, we've got to wait for that perfect entry point for oil. And we're going to look to see what oil does at around $130.55, right? We're going to see what it does around there. If it gets hung up there, we may go start buying a little bit of oil because just on the off chance that it surges way up.
Right now we're at $1,000, so we could put $100 in that, which is 10% of 1,000, and it might help a lot in the oil company if it's good.
We could, but we want to wait for the perfect entry.
Wait.
So what we're wanting to do right now is we're wanting to separate the wheat from the chaff, the good from the bad, the useful from what's no longer useful. Not necessarily the good from the bad, but the useful from what's no longer useful, right? And we know that food processing companies are at decade lows. We also know that Laser and Maxian, which we lost 175 in Laser and 184 in Maxian, they're no longer really useful to us anymore, are they? But that being said, at the same time, we're just going to kind of chalk it up as a loss right now. And Laser, it's not even on the market anymore. So we've totally lost with it. So we've got to make up for that loss on Laser and make up for that loss on Maxian. I think we have 184 in Laser and 175 or 184 in Maxian and 175 in Laser. We're going to leave UCAR alone right now. We'll come back to it later, but we're definitely gonna make up for Laser and Maxian Solar. Now, how we're gonna do that is we're gonna put 2 times the dollar amount that we lost into our next stock. But our next stock, it has to be a solid stock. It's not what's called a speculative stock. Do you know what a speculative stock is, Gerrick?
No.
A speculative stock is where you take a risk because you see that it could go up drastically. And that's what we did on laser. And sometimes it doesn't always work out when you take a speculative risk. And then other times it works out really well. That thing will shoot up and it'll go up 10 times, 100 times, whatever it may be. But for whatever reason, laser, which was in the autonomous driving sector, we thought it was a great sector. It is a great sector. They just ran out of money and they just ran out of cash and they ended up going under. So we're going to make up for them. Maxian, I think we have it on here, but I mean, it's all the way down at 2 cents, 2 pennies a share. So it doesn't have a whole lot of hope as it is. We've lost almost 100% on it, where our value of it is a whole whopping 9 cents. It's really nothing compared to what we put into it. So let's take a look at some of these food processing companies and let's deduct which one would be the best one for us to put our money in. Are you ready?
Yes.
We're going to look at a few different things. So I have a list of food processing companies that we're going to take a look at. The first one is Hormel Foods, Hormel. And we're going to type that in here, Hormel, Hormel Foods. Do you see that? Okay.
It says home now.
I know, I spelt it wrong on the list, but it's called Hormel. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So if we look at where Hormel is, it's around $24, right? We also look to see where it could go up to. It could come back up here to around $42.
Yeah.
Well, we need it to go up at least 100%, right? Put 2 times the dollar amount we lost in 2 different stocks. Okay.
Which one? Laser or Maximum?
Both of them.
Both
Okay.
of them.
So we're going to put what's 2 times 184? 2 times 184 is 368. We're going to call that 370. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's write that down right here. 370. We're going to put in one. And then the other one, how much did we lose in the other one? 175. Is that what we said? So we lost in the other one, we lost 175, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 175 times 2, what is that?
175 times 2 is
350.
350.
Right?
Exactly 350.
350. So we're going to put 370 in one stock and we're going to put 350 in the other. That's a big chunk of your balance. But we're doing that because we're balancing out our wins with our losses. Okay? I want you to understand that.
Yes.
But beans, we're taking a bigger chunk. We got to make sure that we put this in a safe spot, right? Of course, nothing's ever 100%. I mean, Walmart, something major could happen to Walmart and it just crashes down to nothing all of a sudden. That happens in life, right? Bad things happen, but we got to take and place our risk where that's very unlikely that happens.
Mm-hmm.
We got to place our risk where it's very likely that it will go up at least 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So back to Hormel. We're looking at Hormel, right?
Yes,
and if we briefly look at this chart, where is it at right now? $24,
yes.
Right? If it was to go up 100%, where would it be? It would be around $50, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we look where $50 is, we look at this peak up here. See this peak? What is that?
$41.
Well, that's not quite $50. Let's look at a few different things on Hormel. Let's look and see if it's making money. It's making a net profit of 466 million. It's currently valued at almost 14 billion, and it's making a net profit after all expenses of 466 million. Let's take a look at its dividend. You know what the dividend is?
I forgot what it is.
Dividend's a profit sharing. It's for holding the stock. You get cash, you get money It's a payout. It's your percentage of the profit that you earn.
It's happened to Ford before also.
Yeah, we've gotten dividends on some stocks, but this one we're gonna put a lot more money in. So we're gonna in relation to our balance, so we can get a little bit bigger dividend while it increases in value.
Mm-hmm.
So if we look at the dividend yield for Hormel, what is it?
4.61%.
4.61%. It's not bad, but the likelihood of it going up 100% from where it is now in a shorter time frame, I don't think it's as good as maybe some of the others that we'll look at. Let's look and see. Let's take a look at some of the others.
Here.
So the next one on the list is what?
CAG. C-A-G.
CAG. C-A-G. Conagra. Do you know what Conagra makes?
No, but I think I've seen it before. I didn't know the name though.
Well, here's some of its brands. Let's just take a look. Marie Callender's, Healthy Choice, Banquet, Bird's Eye, Duncan Hines, Hunt's, Slim Jim, Vlasic. We've heard of Vlasic. We've heard of all these Redenbachers, Ready Whip. These are some pretty popular brands, right? Chef Boyardee. These are some pretty popular brands, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we look at Conagra, where could it come back up to? Oh, let's take a look at this peak right here, this valley right here. You see that? That's what, $28? And it's currently at $14, around $14.
Pretty close, just 2 cents up.
So that's about 100%. That's about 100% gain. Let's look to see if it's making money. Is it making money? No,
No.
its net profit is minus 1.92 billion. So it's making a good gross profit at 2.7 billion, but it's actually losing money right now on its net profit. What kind of dividend does it pay?
Let's see. It pays 9.48%.
Almost 10%, almost a 10% dividend. That's not a bad dividend. We could see 100% gain on it. It's got a good dividend, but I don't like the fact that it's losing money right now. So let's take a look and see what some of the other options are for us. What's the next one on the list?
The next one is...
And by the way, if you're watching this and you're saying, okay, would it be good to put a little bit of money in each one of those? Yeah, I mean, if somebody wanted to put a little bit of money in each one of those, it probably would be a really good entry point for these food processing companies. But we're looking for that blockbuster one that we know we can get 100% plus gain, makes profit, and it pays a really good dividend. What's the next one?
GIS.
GIS. GIS is General Mills.
We've heard about this before.
General Mills. General Mills does what? What are they known for?
They are known for
cereal, right?
Yeah.
They make a ton of cereal. They produce snacks, cereal, convenient meals, yogurt, dough, baking mixes, ingredients, pet food, and super premium ice cream. Okay, General Mills, they make a lot of food. Well, let's take a look at General Mills. If it was to go back up, we could see it clearly come back up to maybe, let's just say,
if it was at 36, it'd be at least
70, right?
Yeah, 70.
So
that's more than 100% gain.
It would need to, well, 70 is about 100% gain.
Yeah, 36 plus 36 though. If
we look at the highest valley up, look where it is. It's about 60 to 65 bucks. See that?
Mm-hmm.
It's close to 70. It looks like it needs to make about 100%, maybe a little less. Let's see if
it's in. So the 100% is $72, which it could get back into it.
Yeah. There's a really good probability it does, but
what's the dividend?
Well, first of all, is it making profit? What's the net profit?
Minus $87.60 million.
It's bringing in $6 billion of gross profit, but it's losing money on its net profit right now. Let's take a look at what its dividend is. What's the dividend?
6.77%.
6.77%. General Mills looks good, but let's see if there's anything better. What's the
Kraft Heinz.
Kraft Heinz? Let's look at Kraft Heinz. You've heard of Kraft Heinz, right? Kraft macaroni and cheese, right?
Yeah.
Heinz ketchup, right?
Mhm.
These are popular brands. What do they make? They make, let's see here. They make
The third largest.
Oscar Mayer, Velveeta, Philadelphia cheese. Man, they make a lot of different foods, right?
Mhm.
And if we look at where Kraft Heinz could go,
It's
it could go up here to around $60. Wow.
what's it at right now?
25.
25.
That's
Yeah, that's a really good profit of money.
that's over 100% gain.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's take a look and see if it's making money or losing money. What's it say?
Minus $5.76 billion.
Minus 5.76 billion.
That's
It's bringing in 8.36 billion in gross profit.
that's really bad though.
That's good. That's good. But
It's good, but like
the net profit is not that great, right? We don't like seeing minus 576. Let's look at the dividend.
it's almost as much as the gross profit.
What's the dividend?
6.23%.
6.23%. Let's see if we can find something better. So next is what?
J.M. Smucker.
J.M. Smucker, right? What does J.M. Smucker make? They make Milkbone, Meow Mix, Nine Lives, Kibbles and Bits, Nature's Recipe, Rachel Ray Nutrish. They make some pet food. They also do coffee. They do Folgers and Dunkin' and peanut butter, Jif.
That peanut butter Jif is one of the largest peanut butter companies.
They make jelly, Smucker's jelly, right?
Yeah.
So
those are really high stuff that people buy.
well, let's take a look at Smucker's and see if it can gain 100%.
I don't know.
If we look, it's at 110 right now. It would need to go all the way up to $220. Wow.
That
But we also look right here, it could come down here, see?
yeah.
Just peak down here to 43.
That one looks kind of bad, but let's go look at its net profit and gross profit.
Yep.
All right. Oh, they lost $138.70 million.
138.7 million. Yep, they lost.
But their gross profit is $3 billion exactly.
Yeah, let's see if they're losing money on the bottom line. What are they making? What's their dividend?
3.72%. I don't think that's a good stop.
We could probably find one better.
That's better.
Let's take a look at the next one. What's the next one?
The next one is
I think it's the last one on the list.
FLO.
FLO. So far right now, I'd say Conagra is winning, right? Probably, if we were to look. Let's look at Flow. Okay. Flour Foods.
That's kind of wrong.
Wow, look how low it is.
$8.
This could easily come back up to here, right?
Yeah.
That's around 15. That's about 100% from where it is right now. $16 would be right here in this area, right? And if it came all the way back up here to this valley over here, that's $20.
Also, look at those ups and downs.
That's almost 3 times. $24 would be about 3 times where it is right now. 300% gain. And look, it's sitting on this peak right here, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty. That's a pretty looking chart. Let's go look to see if it's making money and what the dividend is.
Oh, the net profit's $72.88 million. It hasn't lost any. That's really good. And right now its gross profit is $2.40 billion.
2.4 billion, and it's making money. It's making a gross net profit after all expenses.
That sounds like a good stock, but let's go look at its dividend.
Let's see what it does first. What's some of the brands that Flowers Foods makes? it makes, tell me if you recognize any of these brands. Nature's Own, white wheat,
I know white wheat.
cobblestone bread, Wonder.
Yep.
We know Wonder bread, right? That's the oldest bread, probably the oldest bread maker around, one of them. Dave's Killer Bread, Canyon Bakehouse, Mrs. Freshley's, and Tasty Cake. Those are just some of the brands that it makes. Let's take a look at its dividend. What's its dividend?
That's more than 10%. 11.21%.
That's a dang good dividend. That's a really good dividend.
That's one of our best stocks that we've seen.
It's making a great net profit, right?
Yeah, it might go up more a little bit. It might go up a little.
We're looking at it.
Yeah, so we should this one. So probably what was that other
way down? It's right here on this peak.
So this one we might want to do flow, and what's the other one?
So we want to do flow for our first one, right?
Yeah, definitely. But like, what we're gonna do $350.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay.
All right.
So let's go ahead and buy our flour foods. Let's get that dividend along the way while we're waiting for it to gain at least 100%. Okay. It gains 100%. Guess what? We're going to make up for that Maxi and solar loss.
Yes.
And not only are we going to make up for that Maxi and solar loss, we're going to make a profit, right?
Yes.
We're going to make a profit because if we're putting
really good profit.
If we're putting 2 times our dollar amount that we lost and it goes up 100%, we're going to make $370, right?
Or it could go up more than 300.
It could go up more than that. And we're going to get paid 11% dividend along the way. And
also, guys, I forgot to tell you, if you want to do this, I get 10% of my profit from the money I make from stocks. Like, yeah. That's
the cash flow you get, right? You get that from Dad. So whenever Gerrick closes out a stock for profit, he gets 10% of his profit that he makes, right?
You can also do that and make some money and start buying some stuff that you want. But I'd rather probably save it and probably use it on something that's good.
Yep. So I think we should buy flour foods. Let's put our higher dollar amount. Let's put 370. I'll tell you what, we're going to go throw $370 in flour foods. And that, what did we start this account with?
We started this account with $100.
$100, and now we're going to go start. We're trading.
We're going in the hundreds. We're starting to pay more than the hundreds now.
Our money's starting to compound, right? Because we closed out that big whopping trade with Virgin Galactic, which we had scaled in a lot of money on the way down. And when it busted up, we unloaded, we took our profit. Virgin Galactic's back down there, by the way. We may look to go buy a little bit of Virgin Galactic too. That might be smart. But let's go ahead and buy some flour foods.
Yes. All right.
So I'm gonna let you hit the button, Gerrick.
We're gonna go press the 3 dots since that's not on there, and type in $370. And press next. And then you press schedule, and then you'll press done. And it should
see it right here. Hold on.
Right in this.
Right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Scheduled for
Monday when the market opens, right? And it looks like it's scheduled to buy around $7.75.
Yes.
It's currently valued at $7.74, right?
Yes.
7.7. Man, if we can get this below $8, we should be golden. So we're gonna buy this $370, and I think we're gonna be really good in flour foods. This looks like to be a safe investment, right? Looks to be a safer investment.
Could be useful for the future again.
They make food, they make something all of us need. We've got to eat. They're turning a positive net profit. They pay a good dividend.
Yes.
Their stock is at it hasn't been this low since when? Since 2008. 2008. How long ago was that? That was before you were born. That was 2008, was almost 20 years ago,
Yes.
like 18 years ago. Wow. So we're getting this at a really blockbuster price.
Yes.
Now,
All right. Now our other one.
now the other one that we're going to buy, okay? This is going to be our shaft, right?
Yes.
It's going to be what's called our hedge. We're going to hedge this. Our shaft is to protect our account, right?
So was formal, I think.
This one's not going to be a food stop.
It's not.
No,
And oil?
it's going to be one that I give you.
Oh.
Okay. This one here, this one is a Big Daddy special, right?
Uh-huh.
This is one that I'm going to give you. Why? Because I spotted this and I saw the opportunity, and I know that Gerrick needs to make a good amount to make up for laser, LAZR. So the one that I'm going to give you is called MSTR. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this one. It's called strategy. You see that here?
Yeah.
MSTR. It's called strategy. Do you know what strategy does?
It helped
It used to be called MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy. But now it's just called strategy. What strategy does is they buy a lot of Bitcoin. They're a company that keeps their balance, their books in Bitcoin.
You have Bitcoin on CashApp.
We have Bitcoin too, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
But Strategy owns 850,000 Bitcoin. That's a lot of Bitcoin. You know how much that Bitcoin's worth?
Huh.
That Bitcoin right now is worth about $55 billion. But look at this. What's Strategy currently worth? It says market cap, right? Market cap is the valuation. It's what the company's worth. What is it worth?
$32.13 billion.
$32 billion. That's its current valuation. And it's holding almost $55 billion.
What's the net profit and gross profit?
It's fine. I understand the net profit and the gross profit, right? We're looking at the gross profit and we're looking at the net profit, and we're saying that's minus 12.17 billion. But we have to look at the underlying facts of this stock. And we know that they're holding about $55 billion of Bitcoin, which Bitcoin, by the way, it looks like it's getting ready to break out and go back up very soon. Okay. When Bitcoin goes up, MicroStrategy usually goes up much, much, much higher. So I want to take a look at this chart, and I want to show you what I really like about this overall. Okay. I'm going to draw this one out on my computer. So if we look at MicroStrategy, Gerrick,
that looks like a really high peak right there.
You remember the general consensus wave? You were talking about it a little bit ago.
It goes up and down and up and down.
Goes one drive up, one drive down,
one drive up.
Two drive up that's higher than the first drive, right?
Yes, and then lower than the
first drive down, right? The
Yep.
second drive. And looky here. We see that right here. We see a drive up, we see a drive down, we see a second drive up, we see the second drive down, and it has just now fallen below that first drive down.
Yes, and that's really good right there.
It is.
That's a high peak, which means it should shoot up when Bitcoin goes up.
And not only, you're exactly right. And not only that, look at this. It's setting on this previous peak, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times when it bounces off this peak, it'll go up the distance between these two peaks. You can add that to the top. That's the potential that this has right now. This is at $91, and this could easily go to around $950.
So all this cash right here,
but
we get times 2 the cash that we put in it.
Exactly, because we're gonna put in 2 times the
A
dollars.
little bit more than times two times cash, but that's good if we get 950, 900.
If it goes up that high, right?
Yeah,
Now, let's say it doesn't go up that high. Where could it go up to at the
probably
least?
like at least a little bit higher than.
You see this valley?
Yeah.
That's a pretty profound valley, right? If we look at that, let me draw this out a little straighter. My drawing is not the straightest. But if we look at this valley right here, that's a pretty profound valley right here. That's right around $230, $250, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, is that 100%? If this was to double, 91 times 2 is what? That's 180, right?
Mhm.
90 times 2 is 180. This would be about 150% gain if it just went to here. But there's a good chance that this surges all the way up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know one thing. We know that this particular stock right here, this is a solid entry because we've came below this first drive down, and now we're hitting the previous peak.
And if it can get lower than this peak right here, that's going down, I don't know what to say.
It could go a little bit lower. This could squeeze down here and come down and go
lower.
maybe go down to around $80, $77 to $80. That's a possibility. It's at $91 now.
Mm-hmm.
I think what we probably would want to do is I don't really want to miss it. We know that it could come a little lower, but I don't want to miss it. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get in it right now, where it is right now. Where is it at? It's at $91. I was thinking about maybe holding a little bit of money back just to buy it lower if we're given the chance. I'm not sure we're going to get the chance to buy it much lower. So we have to understand, yes, this could come down lower. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This could come down maybe 10, 20, 30% more. But we've got to be fine with it. Because why? We know that from where it's at right now, it needs to go up at least 150%. And from our analysis. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. We're going to go back to your iPad. So let's
$350.
let's look at strategy. We're going to get in there. We're going to get sink our teeth into strategy.
What?
And the main reason we're buying this, not only does the chart look good, but we know that they're holding more Bitcoin than what their stock is currently being valued for.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and buy them. We're going to buy how much?
$350.
I'm going to let you punch it in. I'm going to let you have the honors.
$350.
Oh, the
so
limit for buying stocks is $400 per 30 days. Wow. So CashApp is limiting you. Well, that sucks.
That means that we're gonna have to wait 30 days to use a little. Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to go to SoFi. We're gonna have to figure that out.
And probably buy it on there.
It would not let you buy that because we bought
We didn't know that. Okay, guys. So
the flower foods.
okay, so
Well,
we'll just show you that you only have $400, and you only have your limit is $400. When you try to buy something.
you know what?
Huh.
We're gonna figure out how to buy strategy. We may have to transfer some money over to my account and just have it in there for now. And then
buy it after 30 days. Because it said we had to wait 30 days.
well, once we sell it, I'll just transfer you back the money. All right.
Alright. So till our next video.
Since you're on an account for kids, then it looks like it's limiting the amount that you can buy every 30 days. I don't think it expected us to do as much as profit as we're doing.
It's probably because of how much money I had.
Well, you know what? It said that we have $400, right, that we can buy.
But we have $30.
So we have $30 we can spend, right?
So we could probably spend that $30 on strategy today. Or we could spend that $30 on something that we might have bought $30 in. I think we
I'll tell you what I think what we should do with that.
Campbell's company, probably.
The Campbell's company would be good,
But
you know what? Virgin Galactic.
I was about to say Virgin Galactic. We could go back to that stock and see if it could shoot.
Let's see. Let's just take a look and see how it is. You know, we clocked it up here. Look where we sold, right up here at the peak. See that dot up there?
Yeah.
We weren't quite at the very top peak, but we were up towards the top. We
could go check fireworks out. Oh yeah. We could have checked fireworks out before there was fireworks, and we could have gotten a good fireworks stock and probably sell that for a little more than double the cash before the fireworks. So before the fireworks show.
Before fireworks season.
Yeah.
We'll have to look next fireworks season if there's any good fireworks stock.
Yeah, like Jake Fireworks.
I don't know of any publicly traded. I don't know. Jake's might be, I don't know. But whatever the case, why don't we do this? Why don't we take, since it's limiting us at $400 that we can spend in any 30 days.
Spend the $30, the rest of the money in Virgin Galactic, or the money that we bought in it.
Let's just go buy $30 of Virgin Galactic. We know that it needs to go back up here to around $4, around $4 at the very least, right?
Yeah.
So
go ahead and go.
Well, let's even look at it. We may even want it to be a little bit less.
You want to go see the net and gross profit?
I mean, I think we can get out of Virgin Galactic at maybe a little less than $4. It's at $2.49 right now. Let's just go ahead and buy it.
Buy $30. All right, $30 right there. And then we have to scroll down, schedule, and press done. And it should be right on top of this one right here.
Okay.
Pending. There it is, right there. Right there.
Right there. And it looks like it's scheduled to buy at $2.50.
Yes.
It's currently valued at $2.49. We're good there.
Yes. All right.
Let's just briefly take a look at some of your other stocks. Let's just take a look, run down, see how they're doing. Just take a brief look. And then
just look at the net and gross profit.
We're going to remember, we're going to take 350. We're going to transfer it back to my account.
Or we could transfer it to my SoFi account.
And I'll buy it for you.
Oh yeah.
And then
you could sell that money.
And then once I sell it, I'll transfer it back over to you. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do that.
So
for the episode. So
yeah, we'll send you that on the Trading with G Facebook.
We are going to buy $350 in strategy, MSTR. Let's take a look at your other stocks just briefly. Regeneron, we look good in. We're up 17%. If we look at the overall chart, we like where we're setting. We think this can come back up to at least 980, $900. It could even go up. See, it's bounced off the previous peak. This could even go up to $1,800. We're looking good there. We're up 17% on it right now. I know it's came down a little bit, but
yeah,
it looks like it's getting ready to go back up. It looks like it's starting to head back up. So
all right, next one, Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson.
We recently have bought this one.
We're up 10% in this.
We've recently bought it.
We're looking for it to go up here to at least
how much is it at right now?
$32. It's at 25.
So yeah, 32.
We've made 10% on it.
Right, Boeing.
We're up
I think Boeing's pretty good.
Boeing's an excellent stock.
Yeah, Boeing, I think.
Boeing, if we look at their net profit,
That's a really good net profit with that gross profit right there.
yep, they're making a decent net profit, but the problem with Boeing is I don't think they pay a dividend. No, they don't pay a dividend. Okay, so if we look at where Boeing could go back up, we see that it could go back up here pretty easily to around 300 to $350, right?
Yeah, and
And
that would pretty much
it'd be a good gain.
yeah, a good game.
It's at 220 right now. It go up to 300, 320. That'd be about $100 that it goes up. I like where we're sitting with Boeing. We're up on it and it's got plenty of upside. We look at Roblox.
Roblox is it's been pretty good, I think. They've been pretty good.
It's up 5%. We've bought and sold this several times in the
How much
past.
money does it have in it? Yeah, this is a really good
Look,
stock.
this could
This is easily, oh yes.
this could come back.
Roblox has grown a lot, guys.
It could go up to $70. It could come
It could
back
go
up here.
past that. It could go
Yeah.
past that.
It could go back up to $114. And we just bought Roblox at 44, almost $45. We're up on it right now. We're up 5.85%. We're looking good. Campbell's Company,
Oh, yes, we're doing pretty good on that one too.
we're up 6%. It's a food processor.
Yeah.
It's making $608 million on net
That's
profit.
that's good.
That's good. And it's paying 7% dividend.
That's almost 10% again.
I think we need to get more money in Campbell's, but
But
we
we took all our money into Virgin Galactic, the rest of it.
yeah, we've got a little bit working for us. We're good. Goodyear Tire Company,
That's pretty good, I think.
we're down 3% on it.
It's
It's working for us. We're looking for it to come all the way back up here
Yeah.
to $24. It's at $6 now. We've got plenty of room to move up there. Mobileye, we're down 7% on Mobileye. They're in the autonomous driving sector. You know how new cars are starting to drive themselves?
yeah.
That's the technology Mobileye's in. We see that it could easily go back up here to $24. It's at about $8 now. We're just gonna let it do its thing. Then we've got U-Power. We're not gonna worry about U-Power. We've kind of chalked it up as a loss. We talked about that earlier on in the episode. It has a decent chance of
Yeah.
recovering.
Okay. That one was
But-
one of our best. That was one of our first stocks. It has been low for a really long time,
Yeah.
longer than probably 2 years.
I remember that day though that we made 175%.
If it comes back up really high, that would be it'd probably go way up.
We're just gonna hold it for now.
Yeah,
Purple Innovation,
that one's out of stock.
they took it off the board on Cash App, but we also hold it over on SoFi as well. So,
And we still have it on cash.
and by the way, it actually looks pretty good. If we
It
look,
could probably go back up also with UCAR.
it could come up a good little chunk.
Yeah.
We're gonna let it do its thing.
A little bit,
Globant, we're down
but it's still a good company.
37% on it.
It's a good company.
But if we look at it, look,
$31.
this could easily come back up
Come
here.
back up there. Yes.
55. It could easily come back up here to even $200. It could even come up, it could come back up here to 140, right?
Yeah,
It's at 32. That's a really good.
that's a good stock.
We're just gonna let it do its thing. I would like to get some more money in it, but we know that Cash App is not gonna let us buy anymore right now.
Max Chancellor Technology. This is the one that's
We-
off the board.
We chalked it up for
Yeah.
we talked about holding this just cause, in case it does
This-
come up.
It probably won't come
But
up.
we don't know. We don't own much of it. Why don't
Yeah.
we just sell it and get rid of it and be done with it?
Yeah.
Is it okay if we do that?
Yeah.
Just to get it off of here for our episodes so people don't wonder what it is in the future.
All right.
I mean, we already replaced it this episode. We replaced it with Flower Foods and then some. So
Yeah, let's go ahead and sell
we're
that.
just gonna get rid of it.
Get all of it out.
Just get it out. Get rid of it. And
Oh, we don't even have to. So,
oh, you're $0. Okay. It'll just get rid of it for us. Okay.
all right.
Did it add it to the list to sell? Yep.
Right there, yes. And then over here we got Medifast. I think we should keep this one. This one was one of our best stocks also.
This Metafast, I think, is going to be going up very
Yes.
soon.
Yes, that looks so like.
If we look at this has been beaten down, but it needs.
If it gets all the way back up there, it could pass $200, and it could get up to $200.
Yeah, but we're not even looking for it to go to 200. I mean,
We're looking for it to go like.
if it went to 54, we would be happy. Heck, if it went right here to 37, we would be happy.
Yes.
Right?
So we're just gonna probably leave it alone.
We're just holding it for now. We're letting it do its thing. We might get some more money in it. I wish we could put some more money in it now.
We can't do that.
Well, we know Cash App's limiting us right now.
And that's all our stocks.
We will probably be buying more Medifast.
In the future, we might actually, after the war versus Iran, we might start buying some of those oil stocks.
No, not after. We're looking at maybe buying some oil.
Like in our next video for.
And that's the last thing that we wanted to speak with them about.
Yeah, so let's
look at USO.
Let's
Okay.
Let's leave that one.
Gerrick's still got a lot of cash. Even after I transfer 350 over, he's still gonna have a good $300. Well, maybe a little less, $250 left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're looking at with that last little bit is we're looking at oil. Okay. We've got MicroStrategy to provide it's the Chaff, right?
And so for the oil stocks, we've got Chevron and what's that other one?
Exxon and some of those, but we're not going to look at those.
We're not. We're looking towards the we're looking towards the strategy oil stocks.
We're looking at United States Oil Fund. If we buy anything,
that's probably one of the best things we can buy.
We're gonna,
but we can't buy it right now.
It's just up too high.
But when it gets down at least 20 or $30, we'd probably buy that.
I'll show you where we're looking for it to come back to. See right here, right around 130.
Yeah.
We're looking for right around $130.50.
Right.
If it just stalls up there and kind of goes sideways there, it probably is a really good buy. We probably want to buy it as our Chaff, right?
We want it like that strategy stock.
We want to use it to protect our wheat, right? Protect our flour foods, our Wonder Bread, right? So it would act kind of as a hedge to protect our other investments.
But since we don't have this one yet, my dad can buy it on his phone.
We just don't want to buy it because it's so high up right now.
But if it like goes down before that 30 days, then we can go to my dad's phone and account, and he could buy it on his phone and transfer the money to me.
We could, but we're just gonna
we're gonna leave it alone.
See
if it could go down a bit.
Gerrick's chomping at the bit to get in some oil.
Yeah.
But we've got to wait for the perfect entry. So what you want to do is you want to stay tuned to our Facebook group, because if we make any sudden moves, we're going to post them in our Facebook group in between episodes. So be sure that you join our Facebook group, because there's a link in the description of this video. Well, Gerrick, I think that's a wrap. We separated the wheat from the chaff, right? We separated the good from the bad, which was Blazer and Maxi and Solar and some of those stocks we lost on.
Yes.
And we went and bought Flour Foods.
Flour Foods.
A bread stock, right? Wheat, hence wheat. And then we also found a use we found a use for the chaff. What's the chaff do?
It protects the wheat.
It protects the wheat while the wheat's maturing, right?
So
So-
we took all of that bad stock away. So pretend the wheat was bad. We took all that bad part out of that wheat and we protected it with some
With
stuff.
micro strategy,
Yes.
with strategy,
and
and
wow.
we're looking for oil, right?
Yes.
Yep. We took Flower Foods to make up for that loss in one of our other stocks, actually more than make up for it. But we realized we also have to protect our account. We have to protect the wheat with the chaff while the wheat is maturing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're using for our chaff is micro strategy, and we're also watching oil. We may jump into oil real quick. I mean, look, what's really scary about oil is if it takes off, it could really take off and it could crash a lot of the market way, way down. There's that possibility. It's kind of scary right now in the market. But that being said, we can only control what we can control, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what we can control is separating the wheat from the chaff, right? Separating what's useful in Flower Foods from what's no longer useful in Laser and Maxi and Solar. And also finding a use for the chaff. The use for the chaff is to protect our wheat while it matures. So while our Flower Foods matures and we earn the dividend, we're also protecting it with micro strategy, and we're watching oil. We may jump in oil if we have to protect our account as well and provide the chaff for the wheat, right? So anyways, I look forward to seeing what this does for us. I think we've made some just fantastic moves. You're sitting on a pile of cash. We're putting it to work. I can't wait to see what the coming weeks bring. But before we go, we got to remind them to do two things.
Smash that like button.
And subscribe to our channel. And also, join our Facebook group, Trading with G. There's a good chance we're going to make some moves in between the next episode. You know, we don't do these episodes all the time. When we find time to do one, that's when we'll work one in. When we feel like it's the time to work one in, we'll work one in. But if we make any moves in the meantime, if we have to make a quick move in the market, we're going to post it in our Facebook group. So join our Facebook group. There's a link in the description of this video. Well, Gerrick, we need to remind them to do one last thing. Manage the ride.
And you'll master the tide.
Until next time, bye now.
Bye.